Hey everyone, it's Joel here. The last wrap up slash recap went so well, I thought, why not just do another one? So, if you listen to the last episode, I talked about the work we did with the Boston Ujima project. Some of the stuff I may talk about may seem redundant, but I just felt that the Ujima project deserved its own thing. For the other podcast episodes and all the other goings that have to do with the Moonlighters Club, I do think I need to check in now because things have changed. So I have been doing the Moonlighters Club podcast since 2016. I was trying to build a fitness networking app, and I was working at the time, and that was where this podcast came from. So this wasn't the focus. This really didn't become the focus until 2018 or so when I started doing events. Yeah, the showcases. I started with just interviews. I'd interview folks from my past jobs, from when I used to work at Skyward and on through there. And after interviews, I wanted to do an event. So after we had done a ton, and we were still doing interviews. I was still doing interviews. So I started doing showcases at Turtle Swamp Brewery in Jamaica Plain, and did about 4 of those there. And then one at the Boston Public Library that no one showed up to, which was too big a venue to take on at the time. But after the showcases, that was kind of like, that was it. Like, that was a thing where you're like, okay, this can be a real thing. Right after the last successful showcase we had, I moved to DC. But all that blew up, and then COVID happened. So like, it was explosion after explosion. We continue to do interviews and remotely. And because of the wonders of the internet, I've been able to meet people across the country. But a big reason why there's still a Moonlighters Club podcast is because of the Boston Ujima project. So after doing events and interviews, you're figuring out how can we get revenue from this? And I didn't know outside of just like advertising, and it just racking my brain on something real that I could depend on. I reached out to companies before I left Boston to sponsor showcases that we were doing. My idea was, you sponsor us, then you get on stage and talk about your company in front of these moonlighters. And it's a way to advertise. We make some money. You get some eyes on you. I remember reaching out to the Ramen at the time, and they were receptive to it. So that's when I realized, okay, we may have something here. So that was my leading idea, but nothing came into fruition. Recently, I was able to work with, as you know, the Boston Ujima project, and I did a lot of work with Colgan, who is the photographer / videographer, and we were able to travel to Boston and do work, meet folks. This is what we like doing, and we kept having great experiences. So we decided, why not just do this? That's where the Moonlighters Agency came from. So what Colgan and I do is we profile businesses, and we travel to Boston, we meet them, and we make episodes. I would like to do that full time with companies. We thought it out, wrote a business case, showed it to a few folks, kind of just wrote the guts of things out, and then that's where we came up with the idea for the Moonlighters Agency. So the thought process is this. I mean, I've interviewed Moonlighters all the time, and I'm consistently meeting people who work at one place but have another passion on the side. Not everyone wants to quit their job to do it. Some do. Some want to leave work and be an entrepreneur full time. A lot don't. And that surprised me. But I understand I understand why that is. So what we want to do, aside from interviews we've been doing, is we want to showcase companies who support their employees and their passions. And that's the purpose of the Moonlighters Agency. We know that companies, right? Companies want to recruit talent. You want to keep people in the door. You should be recognizing your employees and also helping them build skills. And we want to help reinforce that with this company. So that's the big thing. That's our somewhat of a pivot from what we've been doing in the past. In the past, we've been interviewing Moonlighters and having showcases occasionally, which we'll continue to do. But we're going to focus a lot of time on this agency and the frequency in which we do things may change, or how the focus will change. The focus is definitely this. We want to travel to companies on site with cameras, with microphones, and say, we want to talk to your employees. We want to know who your Moonlighters are, and we want to profile their stories here. And we want you to be here and to support them as a company. And then we want to interview other individuals of the company to learn about your culture, what it means to build a positive, welcoming company culture and company environment. We want to make innovative content. We want to recognize the Moonlighters out here and employees who are really talented, who may not be the best at sharing their talents or passions, or just never thought about it. We want to help companies discover their employees' skills that they may not even know about. I mean, does your employer know you DJ 4 days a week? Do they know you did the marketing for your own company on the side, or the sales for your own company on the side, or that you code in your free time and you do it really, really well, or you're project managing or product managing outside of your normal 9 to 5, and maybe you want to merge those skills. Maybe you want to stay at where you work. You just want an opportunity to do something different. And maybe as a company, you want to find that information out. Maybe you want to find a way to really show the world and the industry, this is who we are as a company. This is who our employee base is. We have really talented people working here who have dual lives that we want to champion. And we help reinforce that. So that blabbering I just did, that's our thinking. We want to keep doing what we've been doing for the Boston Ujima project. We want to focus on companies that are mission driven, right? I don't want to hit up, whatever company's digging up the rainforest and say, hey, you got Moonlighters over here. It's more so like there are companies out there doing good things, or trying to do good things, or trying to offset bad things that are happening, that have employees. And there are companies who may not be that, who may be a for-profit, but still, they've built a really welcoming environment for the people that are there, and we want to champion that. So that's our focus moving forward. After we discussed it, I made a little sales process and kind of scripted out our approach, made a pitch deck, revamped the website, created an LLC, interviewed a couple folks in HR just to kind of see, get their thoughts on it. And we're ready to move on that. It's been pretty tumultuous in the startup space, to say the least, but we're going to be reaching out to folks in every industry, kind of just to gauge us out. I overplan. I love project managing things and planning and creating templates and structures. So I've been having a blast putting all that together. So the next 3 months is me selling and talking, getting clients, and that'll be my focus. And I'm excited. I'm terrified, but I'm also really, 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 really excited about it. So here's where we're at as a club. The agency's happening. It's a real thing. I have 11 episodes that have been recorded from 2021 to 2022, all remote. Now, these are different from the Boston Ujima project. These are folks that I mainly met through Instagram, just like hashtag chasing and Twitter, that moonlight. And their interviews are great. And I'm going to release them after this episode that you're hearing right now. So it'll be sprinkled in between the agency work that we do, and we still want to interview Moonlighters. It's the backbone of the company, and I think that that's content that people need to hear. Actually just met someone through an interview we did last year. This gentleman's been to Japan like 6 times. He's making a photo book, among other things he's done. He's actually done film work too. This one's going to be really good. I think he works in mortgages during the day. Really good. Next week we're doing the interview, and I'll find out when we're releasing it. But anyway, 11 episodes ready to go. More Ujima stuff coming down the pipeline, right? More interviews, more Ujima. But the focus is agency work. We want to travel, probably start in the Northeast, Boston, DC, Baltimore, Philly, New York. We're looking for clients. We want to profile employees. I want to make this the year I fully transition. I've seen revenue. I've tasted it. It tastes great. It smells great. But I'm not there yet. And the big reason for all this is, may or may not know, I have a baby now, a 5-month-old little angel named Zora, who is currently screaming at my wife right now, who I asked for just an hour to record this, which you'll need to do. To my peeps out there who have babies on the way or not yet, like, time bargaining is insane. Babies just come in and man, all that fun you used to have without planning, done. The baby makes things different. Time management, I have to do it really well now, which I didn't. Well, I was all right at it, but now it's different, and it's also motivating, to want to work and kind of have something for my own, and really focus just on like things that are important. Like having a kid just really helped me. It keeps the priorities in focus, and there are work priorities too, and I feel like this agency is going to be that. So yeah, this is big. We got this agency. We're trying to launch it. We're launching it soon, probably within the next 10 days. After I polish up this audio, I'll make an ad. I think I'm going to do some podcast ads for this agency. We're going to release these episodes that we have in the tuck, and then we're going to get on socials and start blowing it up. And I'm going to stick to doing more episodes like this where I may not be interviewing folks, but I'm just like talking about stuff, and I just hope it's relevant. But first things first, I want to get some clients, and then we'll work on the marketing after that. And then if things go well, showcase. I think having showcases again will help us profile Moonlighters in network in real time, and it's an excuse to put on a show. And I'll be doing a lot of this work with Colgan, my good man Colgan Johnson, starting with us, but we're gonna see where this takes us. So shout out to anyone who's been along with us for this entire journey. If you haven't, welcome. But this is going to be a pretty pivotal year, next few months of my life, and I'm excited for it. I feel like I've been waiting for this my whole life, so now it's time to put up. So more episodes coming on the way, more Ujima coming on the way. The next thing you hear from us will most likely be an episode that I've recorded previously, and then as we start rolling this agency out, you will continue to hear from me. To all who's listening, thank you. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. Thank you for your patronage. You'll hear from me soon.